3, 2, 1, action. Hey guys, welcome back to Off the Record, where we talk about whatever we want.
Welcome to the show, Motoki.
Thank you so much.
That's such a cool name. I really like saying your name.
How do you spell your name?
M-O-T-O-K-I.
The way it sounds, exactly.
K-I.
Yeah, it's Japanese.
Japanese. Are you, is your mom or dad Japanese?
Yeah, I fall along the stereotypical. Mom is Asian and dad is white.
Is your mom from Japan or born
Yeah, straight up. So they actually met in Japan. It's a really cute story.
Is your dad military?
No.
So you're not that stereotypical.
No, that's true. This is true. It wasn't like Okinawa or anything, but they met teaching English together. So.
Oh, your mom taught English in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so they got assigned to an assignment together, and then here I am.
Are you epic at English?
Because you got double English parents, you know?
You should be fucking good at that shit.
Yeah, I should teach English.
You should be the master speller of all time.
No.
Pretty much.
Okay. All right.
Go test them. Throw a word is throw.
We'll put him to the test.
Yeah.
Onomatopoeia.
Easy. Q.
Damn.
Did you get in trouble if you didn't get an A in English?
So.
You're like, that is our pride.
It's mostly like math. I feel like that makes sense, right?
It's like, you gotta continue the pedigree, man.
The pedigree.
Yeah.
Do you have any siblings?
I got older brother, older sister.
It feels like we're all dating you right now. It's fine.
Yeah.
Let's
Like,
get to
hey
know
guys,
What's your favorite color?
teal, sometimes yellow. Oh
She
yeah.
likes teal.
I mean, I
love
don't
I feel like I
that
know you
shade.
so much more now.
What's your favorite movie?
50-50 with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, that's a good one.
Wait, let's ask him another question where we can judge him hard.
Yeah.
What are you? What's your astrological sign?
Yeah.
Sagittarius.
Oh, really? When's
Is
your
that how
birthday?
you say it? December 3rd.
Okay, cool. We're cool.
November 29th.
All right, we're cool.
Hell yeah.
Sag too. There we go.
I don't. Do you guys believe in that shit?
No.
His wife does, like a motherfucker.
Like a motherfucker.
She talks about Mercury retrograde, whatever that is.
I full on couldn't buy a house when we were gonna buy one because it was Mercury retrograde, and I thought it was too funny to fight it.
What's Mercury retrograde?
I think it's when the planets align a certain way, like you're not supposed to make big decisions or like make crazy big purchases because then like everything's all misaligned and some bad shit's gonna happen.
So does she have a telescope to see that the planets are aligning a certain way?
You don't need that anymore, Bart. We're not in the fucking 1700s, dude.
Is she a fan of Galileo?
You can just look it up online now.
Well, how do you trust them? Don't you need to see with their naked eyeball?
No, you can look on the app, Bart.
No,
What's
it's
the
not
app?
naked eyeball because you said you use a telescope. What the fuck?
Right, true, right.
With your naked eyeball.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's very into that stuff, so I always enjoy all of the.
And like the stones and all that too.
Oh yeah.
I like your episodes with her when she's doing some crazy shit. What was she doing? Oh, she was trying to persuade Ariana Grande, right, to come back because of the cat?
She was trying to save our pet grasshopper. We have a pet grasshopper named Ariana Grande.
I'm surprised your cat hasn't even eaten.
Tell me about. I can't believe the thing's alive. We've had it since last June. It's still in our fucking
How
yard.
long does grasshoppers survive for?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. So okay, so
How do you even know it's the same one? Did she tag
It
it?
is. It is. It's the same exact fucking one. Okay, I'm not.
Approximately 1 year, so it's coming to an end.
Oh, don't tell her. Maybe you
Ariana
should tell her.
Grande.
I'm not even kidding you. This
That's a long life for a bug.
This is getting mystical and shit for me. Okay, so our cat gets outside yesterday, and he goes right up to the plant where Gary is, and he starts fucking eating it like he's just a little animal and just can't wait to eat stupid shit. And then Gary like takes off and flies using her wings or whatever, and she goes like into the stairwell but in our backyard. And then Nikki's like, oh fuck, and then we get the cat inside. And then I'm like, Nikki, you just gotta leave her alone because she's gonna do what she's gonna do, and there's nothing we can do. Like, she's not going back to that fucking bush because she's too stupid. She doesn't know where she is. And then Nikki's like, hold on. So she goes and gets a jar, and she goes outside, and she talks to Gary for like 8 minutes.
She was like on the floor on her knees, right?
Yes, talking to it.
How'd you know this? A story?
It's in a story.
So
I'm a good friend and I follow your guys' shit, okay?
So I got pretty bored of watching her talk to it after like 4 minutes. Okay?
That's a long time.
It's a long time. After 30 seconds, I'm out.
I missed the next part, which is pretty insane, okay? So she, after talking to it,
He's so bored.
Gary turned around, and then Nikki stuck the jar down, and Gary hopped immediately into the jar, and Nikki returned it to the bush where it hopped off, and it's now back in the bush.
So it's like Ratatouille.
Dude, I don't even know what that reference is, but yes, it's like Ratatouille.
You don't know Ratatouille?
Really?
It's a good movie.
I didn't see it.
All right, you're not the big Disney person.
I'm not the big, I don't see the...
It's a good movie though. You should check it out.
that.
Even the way like she made a connection with Ariana Grande, like it was through a jar because like she turned the jar and then kept. It's exactly like Ratatouille.
Except I like rats better than grasshoppers.
Rats are pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the little hands.
I just feel like, because I'm such a skeptic about all this shit and all the fucking Virgo shit and all that stuff. And then I've been a Gary skeptic for a long time, but that she got it back on the bush yesterday, I'm blown the fuck away. Like she's got some kind of a weird connection with this fucking grasshopper.
Are you getting jealous?
No, I just think it's fucking odd. And my life is a sitcom.
Well, the connection's about to end soon.
I know.
Apparently.
Half a year more, right?
Get ready, because she gonna cry.
Where have you heard of a grasshopper that stays in the same place for like 7 months or some shit? And they have wings and it can fly and it doesn't fly away.
That's true.
I only know of a Jiminy.
Right.
Maybe that's what grasshoppers do.
No, they don't. They
hop around?
Hop around.
You've observed?
Nikki told me she does her research.
They don't have territory?
I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know enough
like
about
spiders.
I don't care enough to look it up. I just know from what Nikki
I'm
said.
curious.
Is Nikki in love with a grasshopper?
No, it's her pet grasshopper, and it's her like buddy.
Oh,
So
I was
thought
gonna
it was a
say.
guy
It's not sexual.
shedding or something, and then
Why
she.
is it all gotta be sexual with you?
Well, I thought maybe it was like
I know,
the
you're
bee
too
movie,
horny, man.
right? Well, it's like the bee movie where the woman literally falls in love with the bee. She had a
True.
boyfriend, and then the fucking boyfriend she
It's called
leaves.
The Bee Movie with Jerry Seinfeld.
It's wild.
I miss Bee Movie, but that's so a woman falls in love with an insect?
The bee.
Yeah, the
Think about
bee.
that. She's like, I
I
could
think they
be,
got married and shit.
Yeah, with this man.
It's
this
real life?
Human. That'd be funny. It's actually a documentary.
Oh. I mean, there's so many weird things that people get married to.
Yeah.
There's that lady that got married to the wall. Don't laugh at my shit.
No, I laughed at him saying it was a documentary.
Remember that lady that got married to the San Diego train station?
Oh, that's the one I was talking about.
She was rubbing her ass on the fucking train station. She was like, oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, they have sex and stuff.
Yeah.
That's.
She has like the spiritual energy.
That's awesome.
I love that.
She just loves the energy of the train station.
Yeah,
She loves the
people get
vibration in
married.
her pussy is what she likes.
Yeah.
And then there's another lady that married the Eiffel Tower. Same thing.
These are all just like euphemisms, like you getting railed on a train.
Oh, true.
That's really good.
You know, the Eiffel Tower. So it's all sexually charged.
Phallic symbol.
So true.
Yep, that's true.
Damn. You've never had any pets that
No.
you connected with as hard
No.
as.
I thought you were gonna say you never had any pets you fucked.
Me too, I don't know why.
I was like, wow. That's a jump.
For you,
You
yeah.
never had one pet growing up? Not one?
No,
Really?
my mother would not let me. Yeah. See? So you guys
Did you guys live in an apartment?
No. Well, I guess a little bit. Part of my life in Japan, probably.
That's
Cool, you lived in Japan too?
I
Were you
did.
born out there?
No, so I lived in Ohio for 4 years. Went to Japan.
You went to Ohio from Ohio
I went from Ohio
to Ohio.
to Ohio gozaimasu. Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
Then I moved back to the good old Ohio. Fuck Ohio. Never go there.
Really?
What part?
We
Like
don't like Ohio?
Columbus?
No. Oh God, no.
It's like the Juggalo land.
Is it?
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I'm making it up.
the insane clown posse. Yeah.
So then when'd you move here?
To Los Angeles 3.5 years ago for college.
Ah,
Yeah, then I
from
dropped out.
Ohio.
Yeah, from Ohio. I went to Loyola Marymount on the west side. Then I dropped out. So
Oh, I know where that's at. Did you drop out for YouTube?
kind of acting, all the same. Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's a good choice.
Thank you. Well, I don't know anymore because I just came from an audition, which is why I was late, by the way. Sorry.
He was late. Like
It was-
so
Auditions always make people late.
It was a callback, and I walk into the room, right? It's pitch dark, and there's the director from Tag in it. I don't know if you guys know.
Ah, I like
We
that
were just
movie.
talking about it
Yeah,
earlier.
it's pretty good. And then they're like, okay, please take off your shirt. I was, oh, yeah. It's for a deodorant commercial. Just so.
I was like,
There's
wow.
yeah, well, I mean,
He's doing porn now?
gay porn,
It's
but
a
whatever.
dark room.
Dark room.
I love how you're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's like a dozen people in there, and I can't see their faces because it's dark.
Yeah.
There's like the guy with the camera, you know, like, yeah. You're just creepily smiling.
He's like, all right, take your dick off. Start jerking off.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was like, why stop
You're
with
like in the wrong room. You're like, oh fuck, oh, the deodorant, that's next door, bro.
This is the jerk off video, bro. Yeah.
Yo, this is Pornhub, man.
Well, it did get weird because I was there and they're like, okay, Now this next scene kind of has a, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it, who cares? They're like, it's like a hypnotic nipple part. So kind of like, you know, do your thing. I was like, what hypnotic nipples? I was just like, okay, cool. So I was assuming it's physical comedy.
You didn't get like sides for it? They're just trying to improv?
It's literally 3 lines.
Oh.
And then there's like breaks in between. So he's just like, yeah, do something with your nipples.
Well, you're like,
With your nipples.
Hypnotize me with your nipples is what they said pretty much.
Essentially. And I don't know what that means. So I'm
what did you do? You're getting sleepy.
And you're like, so I'm literally in some guy's garage and I'm doing this deodorant commercial. Like, what the fuck?
It was weird. I was just like gyrating a little bit, you know?
Oh, you didn't touch him. You were just.
No.
Is anybody getting hypnotized?
I wish.
Were the girls going like this?
Did you hear this?
Yeah, right, exactly. You're doing real good, Motoki.
Keep going. Almost. just do that thing again with a nipple.
A little bit longer.
Yeah, that was really awkward. But it lasted because he would have me do the same thing over and over. He's like, now do it like less sexually charged, more normal. I'm like, I'm gyrating my nipples. Like, how do you, because do you do that in like a normal setting? No.
Yeah. Every day.
How do you normally hypnotize someone with your nipples? Like that's
Just do that.
yeah.
Yeah, just do how you
Maybe it's
normally
because
do.
they don't even know either, so they want you to come up with the end.
It's a bunch of guys trying to figure out how to hypnotize people with their nipples, not asking any women about it at all, who actually do it and have done it for a living, by the way. Like, fuck.
That's true.
With the tassels.
Yeah, all of it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Imagine they hand you some tassels for Christmas.
Help.
That would have been great, actually.
Yeah, because you're like, you see it.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you think it went on the whole?
It was all right, I think. My nipples were pretty perky. So I don't know if like they're looking for certain comedy or if they're like actually just like looking for a certain look.
They never tell you, huh?
Yeah. They never tell.
If this is a callback, what was the first audition?
Oh yeah.
First audition, I also took off my shirt, but I just did the lines like a normal person. They didn't say anything weird about hypnotizing.
Like we like the guy with the nipples, man.
But what I thought was interesting is you're not allowed to ask actors to improvise because that's illegal. Because
Is
then
What?
technically you're inviting them to give you ideas. You know what I mean for like
Oh,
commercials or,
right.
like, 'cause that's like literally free labor. But
Oh, that's crazy.
But isn't that improvising?
that's improvising. They just have to
Yeah.
say it in like a weird way.
Oh
Like,
my
do
God,
whatever
there's
you
so
want to
much
do.
red tape.
You know what I mean? Like very sly about it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Very
that's
interesting.
Because they can get fined apparently. I don't know the actual rules, but
Stroke your nipples, but normally.
Stroke your nipples the way you would do it, whatever you want to do.
Have you had other weird auditions? Or
that's
is that probably like it ranks the top like weird?
yeah, that's definitely the weirdest. I've never had to take off my shirt.
Did you feel like you needed to shower afterwards?
No, I came immediately.
After this, you're gonna have to shower for sure.
yeah, more so for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? Have you had any weird auditions?
No, but I've actually been on the other side of that where we're casting people, and that's always very interesting.
Do you
You
ask
ask
them the same things? Like,
No, it's just more like it's that awkward thing because I've been on both sides of that fence now, but more lately I was on the casting side of the fence, and so it's so interesting to have people come in and they do the bullshit with you, where it's just like, hey, traffic sucks in LA, yeah.
They do the small talk.
Yeah. And then they're like, I love the script, and like, oh, thanks. And everyone says that, so you don't even give a fuck anymore. Like, at first, your dick gets kind of hard because of that. And then by the end of the day, you're like, yeah, okay, whatever. I know you don't even care. You just want the gig.
Yeah.
So, but then they go a little extra with it, like, because they read on a website just before they got there to try to make a personal connection. So they start to say something specific that they read about the script that they love about the script. So it just gets to that point where your soul dies too. And I didn't realize that. Like that, you forget that like when you go to an audition, because you just sat in traffic for an hour and a half, and then you go in there and you're in there for 30 seconds and then you're out. Like you're always like, man, I wish they treated us better. Right? But then on the other side of that fence, you've seen like 300 people today, and you're like, I'm so fucking hungry, and I'm so sick of being in this little tiny room and fuck everything, and I'm so tired of having the same conversation with everybody. It's really weird.
I'm always curious what happens in between when the actors go in and out. Like, are the casting directors like talking mad shit? You know what I mean? They're like, oh, he was god awful.
If somebody's god awful, then there's nothing else to do but kind
Talk
of
shit.
either laugh or just be like, wow, or like like one of those. Yeah. But the room that I was in was pretty respectful. Like it wasn't like, hey, fuck that guy or anything. It was just gauging the performance because you're actually genuinely trying to find a match for the person.
Oh, right.
So maybe you look at each other and you're like, no, or you're like, oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Like that kind of shit. It's not like, fuck them and their stupid fat ass or anything.
Like, I'm still in the room, sir.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
You forget you're not out.
It's weird though. It's always awkward.
I remember our buddy was getting like Craigslist performers to do his little short, and we were in his little one-room apartment and auditioning, and there were some people that came in for the read and they looked at everything and they're like, I'm sorry, I can't do this, and they walked out.
Why?
Because it's like a janky ass operation.
Yeah, it's like too beneath them.
Yeah.
But I can see why though.
I can see why now, but back then I was like, how dare they? Who do they think they are?
I had to audition babies once. That was fun.
How do you audition a baby?
Audition a
It's just
baby.
looking like.
Yeah, in our movie Internet Famous, I had to work with the baby. So it was like more
Who
like
hated you for life?
she hated me forever because I had to scare her the whole time. So but while we're doing casting, like the babies would come in and like you kind of try to talk to the baby and shit. But like, what the fuck? How do you audition a baby? You don't.
They just start crying. Every single one starts crying and
Right.
shitting.
And so the ones that kind of don't like just fucking immediately start crying or like do. Yeah, then you're like, okay, I guess that was
Damn,
good.
man.
I guess. Like, you don't know. But then I had a bit where like I was like, oh, that baby's 2. You're like, yeah, fucking right. Like, that baby wishes it was 2. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that baby's got to be free. Like, shit like that. You just do the same Hollywood shit. Or like, that baby's fat as fuck. That baby's not getting a job in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Damn, you guys get really bored.
Just to make it fun, yeah, because you don't know what else to do. It's just so awkward you're auditioning babies. It's so strange.
I want to hold auditions because I'm trying to find that next William Hung. That
Yeah.
next one, you know?
You gotta go to karaoke nights,
Yeah.
man. Go all over town karaoke nights. Yeah.
I'm going to discover him. The next William Hung. That's
I mean, just look in the mirror, bro. You found him.
not really.
Yeah, but he's too self-aware. He's looking
Yeah.
for a guy who doesn't know.
Oh.
I can act the part, but it's not as funny.
A guy who doesn't know what he's doing, who thinks he's killing it.
Yeah.
That's what it.
That's gold. That's real entertainment.
Yes.
Oh, that's so sad for that guy.
It's not because he.
They want to be a star. I'm going to make their dreams come true.
Yeah,
But you're laughing at him where he's like really passionate and he thinks he's a shit.
So?
That's exactly what we just said. We need that. That's like Tommy Wiseau, right? Like
Yeah.
the whole thing about the room. Like that's what makes it so great.
Yeah. You want them to like think they're really fucking dope and you want to blow up their ego.
Yeah.
And you want them to be famous. Everyone clap and we're all in the joke together like, yeah, you're so fucking good. And then they get even more and more into this like big fucking.
That's the shit I do to Taika to like boost him up and like have him do it.
Yeah, see? You do the same thing.
Well, because he's dumb right now.
Right. But we want to do that to like a 30-year-old man. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Age is just a number. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just want to build a guy up.
I think it's funnier the older they are.
What do you guys think of parents that take their kids into like auditions? Like maybe even
Oh, we do
kids
that.
that are so young, right? Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I was like, okay.
He's like, fuck, I can't ask this question anymore.
I'm actually interested in that world, but I just don't even know how to like get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were interested in it too. But then, like, we even got headshots for him and everything. But we never, like, remember that photo shoot Isaac did with Darian? He was like on the fence and stuff.
Yeah.
That was all.
Always
we
against
did.
the fence. I love
Yeah, he was just like he looked so
Dramatic,
big
yeah.
too. But yeah, we never did anything with it because I was always kind of like, I don't know. Like he wanted to do it, and I kind of felt kind of weird about it too.
Yeah.
I
Because
don't
like
know.
they're working then, and they're so young.
Yeah.
But if they're passionate about it, because people play pretend all the time, like in the front of the house, like they play house or whatever.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't want it to get to the point because he was already filmed. Like he would come in a few things with JK Films back when we would do skits.
He was getting a little.
He never memorized the lines like I told him to.
No, yeah,
He was a professional.
exactly. So
We can't work with that.
He was
Take him to the
very-
side like you're never working in this town ever again, Isaac.
So he was really like, he'd be in, obviously like a kid, right? He'd be in it and then he'd kind of be over it and then in it and over it. So I'm like,
Still in all the crafties.
I don't want to be the bad guy in his life or ever to force him to do anything because it's like, dude, we got this job. We got to make sure we, you know?
Yeah,
I never
momagers
wanted
are
to be that.
scary.
Oh yeah.
They're so into it. They're cutthroat. It's like the beauty pageant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of it? You think it's wrong?
I think it's different. Like it's a case by case, right? If the kid's into it, you can definitely tell when moms or parents, I guess, are.
How do we know the kid's into it? That's like saying it's like animal testing. It's like you got a chimpanzee and you're injecting him and you're like, he loves it. He fucking eats the bananas after. He's having fun. Like, how do we know they love it?
I think when the mom doesn't give a fuck and she can't wait to go home and she's just sitting there, like, is it over yet? That's how you know it's real. Like, she's there for the kid.
Yeah. Or pageant moms, like all that shit. What do you think of that shit?
Or if the kid is practicing more than the mom wants to. So like back in the day, I used to love Kung Fu so much. When I got home, I would go in the backyard and just practice forms all day. And my mom would be like, can you just switch to something else, like piano or whatever?
Not much has changed.
And I'm still in the back, it's like, I'm just like fucking, I'm just doing Kung Fu like a motherfucker in the back.
Why aren't you just fucking amazing at Kung Fu, dude?
Because I don't know.
What the fuck happened?
Because his mom wanted him to know fucking math equations.
That's true. You should have been a Kung Fu master.
I really liked Kung Fu back then.
She's like, you're really good at that, but stop that shit. Here, do this math.
That's the funniest Asian logic ever.
So I think I was like one of the 3 youngest black belts in his school, and then he was telling my mom like, hey, I really want to take this guy to China with me. And my mom's like, oh no, that's too serious. Like, because he wanted to take me to China to compete.
Holy shit.
I thought it'd be really cool. And then he's like, oh no, that's getting too serious. I just need you to get a black belt so you can put that in your college resume. Now it's time to move on and do something else.
That's amazing.
Damn.
Whoa, that sucks.
Did that help your resume?
If I applied that way, but I got into so much trouble that I had to go like the JC route. Like it was way different, you know?
I didn't even know what my parents wanted me to do. They probably told me, but I didn't listen.